Hi, today I'm going to show you how to brioche knit. I'm doing this with one colour and I'm doing it on the flat, so I'm not doing it on the round. So this will involve me doing a brioche on the right side of the fabric and on the wrong side of the fabric. So I've just done some garter stitch here just so we have some fabric on the needle so we can get straight into the brioche. With the brioche, there's usually a startup row. That involves you knitting the first stitch and then slipping the next stitch purlwise and creating a yarn over for it. And then knitting the next stitch, slipping the following stitch purlwise and creating a yarn over. And so on till you reach the end of the row. So if we start, we're going to knit the first row, the first stitch. Now, the next stitch is usually a slip-one yarn over. In brioche knitting, you always bring your working yarn to the front when you have a slip-one yarn over. So you take it from wherever it is, make sure it comes to the front of your yarn, in between the needles. You slip the next stitch purlwise, and you're going to create your yarn over when you knit the next stitch. So there we have it. We've slipped our stitch, we've created our yarn over, we've knit the next stitch. Now it's time for the same. So we're slipping the next stitch. So we bring our working yarn to the front between the needles. We slip it purlwise. We're going to create our yarn over when we knit the next stitch. Then we're going to do it again. Yarn to the front, slip one purlwise and knit. Yarn to the front, slip one purlwise and knit. Yarn to the front, slip one purlwise and knit. And literally we just keep doing that till we get to the end. Now your pattern will tell you what to do with the selvage stitch. Just follow the instructions for that. I just knit into the back of it for here. So now we turn our yarn over, our work around onto our wrong side row, and you'll see we have a series of alternate stitches. The stitches that were knit the last time and the stitches that got their yarn over. So this round, what we're going to be doing is our first brioche knit. Now these two stitches here are effectively one brioche stitch. Do not count them as two stitches. So for example, if you take these here, 1, 2, 3, 4, do not count it as 4. This is 1, 2, stitch 2 and 3. This is considered 1. Just be wary of that as we go along. So for our first, again, just follow the selvage instructions. We're going to bark or brioche knit our first stitch. So that's the stitch that we slipped the last time and created our yarn over. So we just knit into both strands and we've done our first brioche knit. Now the next stitch didn't have a yarn over, so we're going to give it a yarn over this time. So we bring our yarn to the front, we slip purlwise, and then we're going to bark or brioche knit the next. Then we're going to do the same again. We're going to bring to the front, we're going to slip our stitch purlwise, and then we're going to do our yarn over, and then we bark. And then we do the same. So we bring it to the front, we slip over and bark. Yarn to the front, we slip, we over, and we bark. Yarn to the front, and then we bark it again. We continue with that until we get to the very end, and that is brioche knitting. So again, we do our yarn to the front, we're going to do our slip one yarn over, and our yarn over is going to be created when we bark or brioche knit the following stitch. And slip one yarn over, and again, just figure out or look at the instructions for your selvage stitches. And that is brioche knitting, and you continue on. Now we're on the next row. So these stitches will effectively need its yarn over, and these will be brioche knit. And that is brioche knitting. And here we are after a few rows of brioche knitting on the right side and brioche knitting on the wrong side. As you can see, they're exactly the same. So you get the same effect on both sides, which is, it's a really lovely squishy fabric. So again, just to recap, we're going to knit one, and then we're going to yarn in front of our work for slipping one purlwise. We're going to create our yarn over with our brioche knit, and then we do again yarn to the front, slip one, yarn over, and bark. Yarn front, slip one, yarn over, and bark. Yarn to the front, slip one, yarn over, and bark. And you continue on for the rest of the row. Enjoy!